Hi, everybody. I'm Kim. Um, I have a dual role because I am not only the co-chair for the Tribal Child Care Association of California, along with Dion Wood, who is a member of the Crook tribe, but I'm also a director of a tribal center in Northern California in Colusa for the Colusa Indian Community Council. And so I have that experience of being in direct service as well as leading and facilitating the tribal region for the Quality Counts California and the Tribal Child Care Association of California, along with that we also have a preschool development grant. So where do I even begin? One of the things I think is really important for me to say is that as a director of a center, I think I had my very first full on mental break this morning. And I'm being really honest with you because I think that that's where direct service is right now. You know, we think we have a plan. We think, okay, we have a reopening plan. Yes, this is difficult. It's going to be hard to meet all these mandates. However, I've got it. I think I got a plan. I could bring my team back, and you can see on the map that where the arrow is pointing is where I'm located and where our center is located. And then we find out, the next day that the general child care funds are going to be cut, and there's going to be a decrease in subsidy. And so the budget that you just got done working out to bring your team back and to get your parents back, and so they can go to work because they're calling me and they're texting me. And because that's what we do in a small rural community is you go, with your mask onto the grocery store, and even though they really know they shouldn't be talking to you, they want to find out when you're going to be open again because they can't any longer stay home with their children when their job has offered them a position. So this is just our reality right now. And I just wanted to really be real with you because I sat here overwhelmed trying to figure out how in the world can I do this? And I'm doing it alone because everybody's furloughed. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can open up our early Head Start childcare partnership classrooms and how I can do our CCTR and how I can bring back our tribal CCDF, as well as all of the private pay families and without any tribal funds. Because the tribes, all of their entities are closed as well. So there's no revenue coming in. And so we have a decrease in funding, a decrease in space and slots, and yet more mandates and more expenses. This is our center. I just think it's really nice to be able to visualize where people are. And this is part of our early Head Start outdoor classroom. We're an outdoor classroom facility. And it's just a beautiful place to work. I've been there since 2003. And I've been really looking forward to talking about facilities because there's no facilities money ever. And so it's something that for us, we have very long wait lists. When we talk to all the rest of the tribal partners, they're in the same boat. Tribes are already very much a high risk community, and a lot of them are struggling to even get childcare in general. So this facilities opportunity was an opportunity for some of those in the most rural California areas that were thinking about, okay, I can finally think about having a center. I can finally think about having licensed childcare. I can finally feel like that I am providing safe and healthy and high quality care because most of it's family, friend, and neighbor. And yet that rug has been pulled right out from underneath us. And so we really are putting children at risk because people are going to find childcare one way or another. If there's no slots, they still have to go to work. So they're going to find care. If there's no facilities, then oftentimes children and families are the ones that are juggling children, sometimes infants, between 3 and 4 caregivers a week so that they can go to work. So these are just the realities that we have. And I think it's just really important that not only do we talk about the fact that Yes, we have deficit. Yes, we have a lot of people that are going to talk to you about why it's most important to fund them. And I'm not going to disagree with you for 1 second, because I think that every single one of those points is going to be valid. But if you don't have childcare, none of the other things can happen anyway. And so we have to talk about the hard discussion about how can we make this work? How can we make this work with even just a small amount of funding that we can then be creative? Because I can tell you, childcare people and people in the field are the most creative people I know. And they're the ones that are going to make something work with very little. But if they're all shut down, then that's not going to happen. So I don't know if I'm at my 5 minutes, and I went completely off track of my notes.
Thank you, Kim.
No problem. Thank you so much.